By the grace of God. Get tasteful rain. Salvation, you need for man of God. My children's day has come. This is the rule. Natural, will say, follow, face the bar. Go to the Lord. I am not one more. That's fine. Face the bar. This is life. The great wretch will end. So that Doomsday, arise, will die. To watch it lost in vain. The mortals never been liberated. Now shoot the boy. The mortal can be slain as a to die. Born or drowned.
Welcome to the Doomsday Report. Now, on this week's episode, I'm being joined by Riata. Now, it's been a minute since you guys were on here, isn't it? It's been... I think you were one of the first bands ever to be featured on the Doomsday Report.
Yes.
Do you not even remember that?
No, I do remember. I just can't remember when.
This was going
before
back.
we were in the band.
So what's been happening since you was last on here then? How's things going? Because since you was last on here you had Trial by Water released. And since then you've released Otherworld. What other recordings do you have in plan for release?
We're hopefully going to get Moitura released at some point soon, and we've got a few other ones in the works. Nothing kind of like we've been kind of working like little bits at a time, so nothing really solid yet. But yeah, there's stuff on the way. So
is stuff there for EP? Have you got enough material for that yet?
Yeah, like
potentially.
we have a good like 80 songs that haven't been tracked, but because
I don't know if I would call them songs yet.
Yeah.
Bits and pieces.
A lot of them are finished.
We have some riffs. They might become songs.
We just need to make sure they go together.
But yeah, I mean, we could potentially be looking at like some sort of like an EP or something at some point. We're probably going to release Moitura as a single at some point. Hopefully not the too distant future, but like we could be working on something a bit bigger after that. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got like 80 resemblances of songs and about 300 works in progress.
Yes.
Right, now how long is it that you two have been in the band exactly? Because I mean I've seen, I've seen you a couple of times, but I've not had the chance to speak to you after the performance.
We've been in the,
I've been in the band a couple of years. Unfortunately, we get hit with a massive lockdown, so that kind of happened. But but I've been kind of in the band for a couple of years, and then Ari joined last year.
September.
I'm not sure exactly, around about September, so around about the time we started gigging again.
Was that with Cavilla?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that was the last time I seen you.
Amazing band.
Fantastic. It was brilliant. 2 shows, one in Edinburgh, one
Yeah,
here.
that was brilliant.
I joined in September, then we had that gig in August, and I had to learn all 5 of the songs within the month, and I learned Trial by Water within the first couple of days, and then the rest of them about 3 days before the gig.
Now, how do you manage going from just playing the bass to playing the bass and singing? How did you handle that transition?
So when Scott joined, like we discussed, like looking for other members, but we decided to focus on just recording. I think like just refining the songs, recording and stuff like that. And then when it came to like, you know, okay, we've got a few songs down, like should we look for other members now? I thought it might be easier if I just also do vocals, because I had learned in case anything ever happened.
Right. So this was always kind of like a plan B then?
Yeah, but then when we decided to test it out, and it seemed to work, so we just stuck with it. And then I just practiced in my house.
So I've got to be honest, see being a bassist myself, see trying to sing and play at the same time, it's like rubbing your belly and tapping your head.
I can vouch for that. I, as a guitarist, like, I mean, I find, like, I play some bass as well, but like, playing guitar and singing at the same time is generally easier than playing bass and singing at the same time. Like, that's something that I could never manage. So
you have to have like you have to have like the root of the song while you're singing, instead of just playing along with what the bass and the drums are playing.
It definitely feels harder. So like
right. So
like it's for perseverance.
You just got to muscle memory down and stuff.
Yeah.
Will the plan be to get a singer in permanently, or are you just gonna stick doing the vocals yourself?
I think we're just sticking to me doing the vocals.
And you're tracking the drums yourself as well, yeah?
We use... Well, you're best to...
well, like on the recordings at the moment, the drums are kind of programmed, so like... are
you on a lookout for a permanent drummer all the time then, or are you just getting in?
I mean, ideally, that would be the best case scenario, but...
Sean's helping us out if he can.
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing of in Glasgow, there's like 5 drummers and they're all in all of the bands in Glasgow.
Yeah.
I think it's the same everywhere, but good drummers are hard to come by.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're like, we can kind of put together like our recordings and stuff. Like, I mean, it would be, in an ideal world, would be like recording like live drums, but like, you know, hopefully we'll get to that point. We'll get like a drummer in the lineup, and
I mean that's always the problem, isn't it? Finding like, a drummer.
Yeah.
You should take over drums as well.
just play everything.
I suggested that, and you're like, get it off me.
Right. So what are the plans for this year then? Just getting like these recordings done, and are you gonna plan any other videos for these recordings? Yes. No.
Maybe.
I'm trying to get all this info out here.
I'm just going with the flow at the moment. Like,
we like plans are not super solid at the moment, but like ultimately, like we, like I want to get like the next couple of recordings kind of finished. Maybe we could chuck together a video as well. Like that would be cool. We'll see what we can do.
I was saying before, we're just gonna pack up all of our instruments and disappear into the woods for an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm mentioning that. That's something I wanted to speak to you about. See this metal musical thing you're doing, like in the woods.
Woods of Wonders.
Aye, what's that?
So it's a metal opera.
Yeah.
By Gideon Ricardo. And it's got lots of guest artists, so you've got folk from Avantasia, Firewind, Battleborn, so the original singer of Battle Beast as well.
Right.
Quite a lot of folk, Lost Horizon, and I was reached out to be a part of it.
But
and I agreed.
Did they just reach out to you?
Yeah, they had heard Riata stuff and liked my vocals. So I'm playing the role of a nightmare.
The role of a nightmare.
Yeah.
What's the role of a nightmare? Just like some.
Like I think it's just kind of some evil entity.
Right.
So do they just like give you like your part, or do you know like the whole thing? Like I don't know.
Spotlight on Kaz.
So I have like the testers for the vocals and stuff. Like it's all in a big Dropbox. So I've got like when I have to come in and the lyrics and stuff like that of people's parts. And then I just record it and then send it over to Gideon. What Scott's going to do.
I'll help recording it. They're going to mix it.
So will it ever be like a live performance, like a theatre production?
Well, it's a worldwide collaboration.
Right.
Like you've got people from Mexico. I'm the only one from Scotland. Gideon himself, he's from the Netherlands.
Right.
Like, Germany, Russia, like there's people
So
from all
I'm
over.
assuming that'll be kind of hard to do then.
Yeah. Still over Zoom.
Or meet in Eastos. Oh dear. Now, is there anything else you'd like to talk to us about? Any other projects you've got going on? Any other solo projects between these guys? No, nothing else.
I mean, like, sort of, but it's nowhere near actually becoming a thing yet. So, like, there might be something in the future.
Yeah.
Kind of death doom metal sort of stuff.
That sounds interesting.
At the moment it's a pile of demos on my computer. It's like I've been trying to make it become a thing for about the last 15 years. Eventually it'll get there. Eventually it will happen.
Now you replaced Stefan.
Yes.
Now how do you feel about that? How do you fit into the whole project? Is it a different feel to what you'd expect? What's...
Oh yeah, that's actually quite funny. Is that Caris brings this up sometimes because I reminded her of it the other day that I was a massive Riata fan before I joined the band, and I'd been like friends with Caris on Facebook for a while and just kind of gone, oh, this is a really cool band. I really like their music, and like the songs have been on like my main Spotify playlist for the past like couple of years. And when Caris posted asking for a guitarist, I was like, oh, I'll do it. Please let me. And then I was like, I got so giddy about it and got so excited. I was like, I'm playing with a band that I like idolise, and now I'm like, yeah, I'm the shit guitarist. Hell yeah. Like,
No, you're not.
not shit. I undersell myself. I know that, but like, it's hard. Like a lot of the Trial by Water, I'd already played about with the main riff of it before joining, and then when I was asked to join, when I was learning it. It's the hardest stuff I've had to learn to play because I was in a punk band before this. I wouldn't even call it a band, but like all that I was used to is like 3 bar chords over and over again, or like covers of other songs on an acoustic guitar. And this is quite technical in comparison to anything I've had to play before, so it was quite daunting initially. But then once I actually practicing with the whole band, everything fell into place and it started getting so much easier.
So how did you cope with that change from playing like 2 different styles?
Oh God, I didn't. Nah. It wasn't too bad. I've always been a fan of all kinds of music, and I've always kind of tried to play different songs in different genres. But it was quite a step up from just playing bar chords or really easy riffs to all
I'm
this
trying to
kind
keep
of stuff.
up with this one. I know.
Oh God, no, yeah. No. A lot of the time I have to follow. If I lose where I am, I have to follow along with Caris, because if I try and follow Scott, I can't. It's like, what are you doing? I'm not gonna do that. So I'm like, it's very complicated. It's quite technical, and it's very fun to play. Like when you actually get it down. Like Magtura was the one that I was shitting myself for so long. So I was like, this is so fast, it's so hard. But now it's my favourite one to play.
And what's that song about, Matura?
Battle of Magtura.
Yeah.
See, I don't know what Matura is. That's what I'm
Is it not like a fictional battle? Or is
So it comes from Celtic mythology, Irish folklore and stuff like that.
So it's
like sort of there's a lot of there's a few different versions of this story, because it's obviously it's like folk tales and stuff like that. But so there's a lot of stuff online about it. if people are interested in reading about it. Basically it's a big battle between like, you know, the gods of the time, like which later became like, you know, fairies and stuff like.
Yeah.
Alright.
And it's pretty interesting stuff to read about.
I watch a lot of Scottish history videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like Scottish history and Scottish mythology.
Yeah,
it's
you
like
need to study
try
for reading.
Oh, studying, man. I've got that ADD. I can't fucking study. You know, see if a book's not got pop-up pictures, I'm not interested.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just watch YouTube documentaries for that kind of stuff.
I was actually watching a documentary on Amazon earlier, but it was about a Tottenham striker and nothing to do with history, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Alright, anyway, so what I want you to do is, you're looking for a drummer permanently.
Yes.
Do you want to make an advert here? Any of you boys go, no, Gareth is a little bit shy.
Please join the band for the love of Christ.
Yeah, any drummers that can come to Glasgow on a regular basis. Hello, we're looking for you. Like,
I mean, there is a shortage of drummers out there, so any drummers available watching this, not in a band or fancy another project, just give Riata a message. I'm sure they'll get back to you.
And if you can't play the drums, learn. And then join.
That's actually a good point.
Just learn. It's easy, just learn.
Yeah, easy.
Right, anyway, thanks for speaking with me, guys. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Now, what's your plans for the rest of the night? You sticking around till the end?
I'll stick around.
Yeah.
Probably for
I know
a
you're
while.
planning
Yeah,
to
we'll
go
see.
to the Cat,
See how
Yeah,
the
I'm
goes.
staying till the end, then I'm going to Cat House.
I'm staying as long as I can, and then I'm going to go home to my cat.
House.
No, I can't go to the cat house. I have a cat at home.
Bring your cats to
not-
the house.
Cat in the cat house. Wicked.
Oh dear, fuck it up. Right, anyway, I've been Esteban. This has been Riata, and this has been a very informative Doomsday report. Keep it metal.
The sky's darker, I will not suffer. The end is much closer. Just walk above. For those voices, numbers rose to that day. The smoke comes the morning. Now he melts away. For the world. I will stand, I will fight until we're the crown of my God. You will become history's unfold. I will find the underworld. Oh. To the burning, as I stop turning. To this emotion, get off the fear. Rivers coursing from a well of wisdom. To glory, something will be mine. On the world. I will find the other world.
Thank you very much. Cheers, guys.